Have with me now Sudhanshu Mittal of the BJP and Brijesh Kalappa, spokesperson of the Congress party. First to you, Mr. Mittal. Is this what the BJP, when it was in opposition, has taught to the Congress to disrupt Parliament, not allow any proceedings, continuously ask for the resignation before any discussion can happen?
Yes, we did stop the Parliament. But for what?
All right, there seems to be some audio problem there with Sudhanshu Mittal. We'll go to him, but let me quickly then go across to my other guest this evening, Brijesh Kalappa, spokesperson of the Congress party. Sir, do you think that you all have also conveniently forgotten what you said when you were in power? At that time, you said disruptions are not good. When Arun Jaitley said that disruptions are totally legitimate, you all didn't agree with it. Today, you're using that same tactic.
No, I think primarily the one issue you have to keep in mind is the kind of majority or the kind of numbers that the BJP had during our regime. And today they are a full majority government, right? And we are a very small group. But despite that, if the government of the day, which Mr. Jaitley himself had said, that he had said that the onus of running parliament is on the government, it's not on the opposition. And you have to keep in mind that they were a very large group when we were in government, and we are a very small group while they are a very large group while they are in government. But despite this, if they are not able to see to it that the House runs in an effective manner,
but sir, the House has to run with the support of the opposition as well. The opposition can't be shouting slogans, trooping into the well of the House and expect the government to carry on business as usual. In a democracy, the opposition also needs to play its role in Parliament.
No, I agree, but it also can't be business as usual when huge cases of corruption have, hit the government. One, have caused huge trouble with the people, because people today are totally agitated. The people want answers, and there's nobody who's giving the answers.
But do you think you can sustain this sort of disruption in the weeks to come for Parliament? Because all opposition parties don't seem to be on the same page. The Samajwadi Party has made it clear that they are not in favor of a resignation. The NCP also in the Rajya Sabha at least seems to be distancing itself now from the opposition strategy of disruption.
No, I think primarily the issue which has to be seen is it's not about flow management. Because by flow management, by taking care of certain political parties, the government of the day can see to it that Parliament functions. But effectively, what does Parliament reduce to? If there are tainted persons who are holding very high office in government, right? What does Parliament reduce to? Because it's ultimately these persons, they report to Parliament. And if there is no confidence in the ministry, right? If there is no confidence in Parliament, what does Parliament reduce to? Is this not an issue which concerns the government?
Okay. Sudhanshu Mittal is back with us. Let me put that. Right. Yes, Mr. Brijesh Kalappa, let me put that question to Sudhanshu Mittal. Mr. Mittal, do you think that the BJP today is caught in its own web? When it was in opposition, it had shown that way to the Congress. Constant disruption. Remember, one winter session was completely washed out over a JPC on 2G.
As I said earlier, yes, we did disrupt the Parliament, but for what? For a 1,76,000 crore scam in 2G, in which now see how many people are already in jail. We did disrupt Parliament for Coalgate, coal scam, where the former Prime Minister has now been summoned in a court. And what are they discussing? Sushma Swaraj. Okay, what is the culpability of Sushma Swaraj?
Mr. Mittal, leaving aside Sushma Swaraj, there is a question of propriety. What about Vyapam? You think loss of lives in so many under mysterious circumstances isn't a good enough reason for the matter to be discussed? You are constantly calling it a state issue.
I am so happy that you've raised this issue. There is a very good share in Urdu which says, ये ज़ब्र भी देखा है तारीख की नजरों ने, लम्हों ने खता की थी, सदियों ने सजा पाई. Now, if you want to set a precedence, it has long-term repercussions which must be understood. Because if a Vyapam has to be discussed, which is a state subject, then please understand that Assam scandal has to be discussed. Then Uttaranchal scandal has to be discussed. Then Goa scandal has to be discussed. Then Himachal scandal has to be discussed. Then Kerala scandal has to be discussed. Then everything which relates to any state has to be discussed. So the polity must make up its mind. See, till now, the chair has rulings, innumerable of rulings.
Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal, let me just tell you that the view that is going out to the public is that both the parties are trying to outnumber each other in the scams, and it really isn't sending out a great message to the public. You all may be winning arguments in parliament against each other, but certainly an image that you all would not want to create as politicians. Let me go across to our deputy editor, Brijesh Pandey, who's also joining us with more details. Brijesh, you just heard Sudhanshu Mittal there saying that if Vyapam will be discussed, then the Congress should be ready to discuss the issues related to their states as well. Now, is that the strategy that is really being adopted by the Congress, by the BJP now? Because we are seeing that for 2 days there are cases of Congress-related states that are coming to the fore.
Well, absolutely, Maha. And the BJP is saying, the line of the thinking within the BJP is that if the Congress is so keen on discussing, as Sudhanshu Mittal was just pointing out, so keen in discussing Vyapam and Vasundhara Raje Scindia, then what about corruption cases in these 8 Congress-ruled states? Then the Congress should also be ready, and other opposition parties should also be ready to discuss cases of corruption in various states in which they are, their government is in the place. So what they are saying is that, you know, that these issues are state matters and they should not be discussed in the parliament. And the propriety case of Sushma Swaraj, they are saying that if you want to discuss, you want to level any kind of allegations or discuss it to any level, we are ready to discuss it. But if you try to browbeat us with the thing that that whole parliament will make sure that the monsoon session of parliament doesn't function or the parliament doesn't function, they are like, so be it. We will also keep on digging out scandals and exposing you in front of public on 2 fronts. First, by taking out all these cases and making it public, and apart from that, also trying to convey to the public or the masses at large that how, because of this introscience of Congress, precious money and as well as legislative time is being lost. Maha?
All right, Brijesh Kalapa, I want to come back to you because today there was a sting with regards to the Himachal Chief Minister. Now, do you think that the Congress is being pushed to the corner and might not really want the Vyapam issue to be discussed now?
No, we are very clear that Vyapam has to be discussed. Vyapam will be discussed, and in the same manner that Gujarat was discussed in 2002. In the very same manner that Adarsh was discussed earlier by the BJP. In the very same manner, Vyapam will also be discussed. It has to be discussed. You see, Vyapam is not one of those ordinary scams. The kind of, the number of people who have been sacrificed to Vyapam is extraordinary. It's about 45, 50, nearly 50 people have died thanks to Vyapam. 2,000 people in jail. No constitutional authority has been left untouched. From the governor to the chief minister to judges of the High Court.
Okay.
So when this is the case, this kind of extraordinary scam has never been seen in the history of India. And this is, in money terms, this will be far larger than 10,000 crore or 10 lakh crore. You know, it's a huge scam.
Okay.
This can't just be pushed under the carpet. 1. 2, insofar as what, you know, Mr. Brijesh Pandey mentioned, that the Congress is doing what the BJP has done.
Okay.
We don't believe in the practice of revenge. We don't want to do revenge politics.
But over the next few sittings, are you going to continue disrupting the House till your demands are met of resignation?
No, we have taken a particular stand, and that stand is now part of parliamentary practice. And you see, everything in parliament is followed by parliamentary practice, and there is a precedent, because over the last 10 years the BJP has set a precedent.
All right, Mr. Brijesh Kalapa, so we get the point there that the Congress is not letting go of the issue, even though the BJP at this point, the government seems aggressive and they are countering every charge that the Congress is making with its own charge of alleging, or rather coming out with stings against Congress-ruled states. But this fight is only wasting the time of the parliament. Many thanks, Brijesh Kalapa and Brijesh Pandey.